So this is the Aspiration of Samantabhadra, Penetrating Wisdom by Dzogchen Ponlo Rinpoche. And I'll read it in English first, and then I think we can chant it in Tibetan Sanskrit after that. Oh, all that appears and exists, all of samsara and nirvana, has one ground, two paths, and two results. It is the display of awareness and ignorance. Through the aspiration of Samantabhadra, may all be fully awakened in the citadel of the Dharmadhatu. The ground of all is uncomposed, an inexpressible, self-arisen expanse, without the names samsara and nirvana. If it is known, Buddhahood is attained. Not knowing it, beings wander in samsara. May all beings of the three realms know the inexpressible ground. I, Samantabhadra, know naturally that ground, without cause and condition. I am without the defects of superimposition and denial of outer and inner. I am unobscured by the darkness of mindlessness. Therefore, self-appearance is unobscured. If self-awareness remains in place, there is no fear, even if the threefold world is destroyed. There is no attachment to the five desirables. In self-arisen non-conceptual awareness, there is no solid form or five poisons. The unceasing lucidity of awareness is five wisdoms of one nature. Through the ripening of the five wisdoms, the five families of the first Buddha arose. From the further expansion of wisdom, the 42 Buddhas arose. As the display of the five wisdoms, the 60 blood drinkers arose. Therefore, ground awareness never became confused. As I am the first Buddha, through my aspiration, may beings of samsara's three realms recognize self-arisen awareness and expand great wisdom. My emanations are unceasing. I manifest inconceivable billions, displayed as whatever tames beings. Through my compassionate aspiration, may all beings of samsara's three realms escape the six states. At first, for bewildered beings, awareness did not arise on the ground. That obscurity of unconsciousness is the cause of bewildered ignorance. From that unconsciousness emerged terrified, blurry cognition. Self, other, and enmity were born from that. Through the gradual intensification of habit, sequential entry into samsara began. The five poisonous kleshas develop. The actions of the five poisons are unceasing. Therefore, since the ground of the confusion of beings is mindless ignorance, through the aspiration of myself, the Buddha, may all recognize awareness. The connate ignorance is a distracted, mindless cognition. The labeling ignorance is holding self and other to be two. The two ignorances, connate and labeling, or it's connate, connate and labeling are the ground of confusion of all beings. Through the aspiration of myself, the Buddha, may the thick, mindless obscurity of all samsaric beings be dispelled. May dualistic cognition be clarified. May awareness be recognized. Dualism is doubt. From the emergence of subtle clinging, coarse habit gradually develops. Food, wealth, clothing, places, companions, the five desirables, and beloved relatives. Beings are tormented by attachment to the pleasant. That is mundane confusion. There's no end to the actions of dualism. When the fruit of clinging ripens, born as pretas tormented by craving, how sad is their hunger and thirst. Through the aspiration of myself, the Buddha, may desirous beings not reject the longing of desire, nor accept the clinging of attachment. By relaxing cognition as it is, may their awareness take its seat. May they attain the wisdom of discrimination. Through the emergence of a subtle, fearful cognition of externally apparent objects, the habit of aversion grows. Coarse enmity, beating, and killing are born. When the fruit of aversion ripens, how much suffering there is in hell throughout boiling and burning, through burning, boiling and burning. Through the aspiration of myself, the Buddha, when strong aversion arises, and all beings of the six states may be relaxed without rejection or exception. Awareness taking its seat, may beings attain the wisdom of clarity. One's mind becoming inflated, an attitude of superiority to others, fierce pride is born. One experiences the suffering of disputation. When the fruit of the actions ripen, one is born as a god and experiences death and downfall. Through the aspiration of myself, the Buddha, may beings with inflated minds, relaxed cognition as it is, awareness taking its seat, may they realize equality. Through the habit of developed dualism, from the agony of praising oneself and denigrating others, quarrelsome competitiveness develops. Born as an asura, killed and mutilated, one falls to hell as a result. Through the aspiration of myself, the Buddha, may those who quarrel through competitiveness relax their enmity, awareness taking its seat. May they attain the wisdom of unimpeded activity. Through the through the distraction of mindless apathy, through torpor, obscurity, forgetfulness, unconsciousness, laziness, and bewilderment, one wanders as an unprotected animal as a result. Through the aspiration of myself, the Buddha, may the light of lucid mindfulness arise in the obscurity of torpid bewilderment. May non-conceptual wisdom be attained. All beings of the three realms are equal to myself, the Buddha, in the all ground. It became the ground of mindless confusion. Now they engage in pointless actions. The six actions are like the bewilderment of dreams. I am the first Buddha. I tamed six types of beings through emanations. Through the aspiration of Samantabhadra, may all beings, without exception, be awakened in the Dharmadhatu. Aho. From now on, whenever a powerful yogin, within lucid awareness, without bewilderment, makes this powerful aspiration, all beings who hear it will be fully awakened within 3 lives. When the sun or moon is grasped by Rahu, when there is a clamor or earthquakes, at the solstices, or at the year's change, if he generates himself as Samantabhadra and recites this in the hearing of all beings of the three realms will be gradually freed from suffering and will finally attain Buddhahood through the aspiration of that yogin. This is from the Tantra of the Great Perfection, which shows the penetrating wisdom of Samantabhadra. This is the 9th chapter, which presents the powerful aspiration which makes it impossible for all beings not to attain Buddhahood. This is translated by Lama Yeshe Gamso and Dzogchen Ponlop Rinpoche, 1998. Sorry about the mistakes. This text is very small and it's a little dark, so I was stumbling a little bit, but pretty cool text, right? Overall, very pithy. Where some people might be confused, where it talked about blood drinkers. That's related to the wrathful deities. So basically, the idea is that there's peaceful and wrathful energy within our reality. Okay. that sort of manifest as through our mind's confusion and through duality. Okay, is anybody gonna be chanting along? If not, please just we can do a meditation too. If somebody's chanting along, we'll get the text, but if not, there's no need. It's kind of a long text. Okay. Yeah, no problem. uh, I'm not going to be able to see the screen, so please tell me. You'll have to cut in with your voice. Can you still hear me right now? You have to tell me with your voice.
Yes.
Okay. All right. We're going to start the mantra here. And where it says generating oneself as Samantabhadra, that just means relaxing in the natural state. I wouldn't go with that translation. Oh. Naze kode damse kon jije lamne devo ne damare todo de kondu zambo mudange damse jogin bodandu namba so de se yanshu kange sinye tumade rando lumya Kode nyingi mimedu denyeri na sange mare semchen kuwa kyan yozon semchen damche ki jame don ripa jo kondo zambo nga ye kyan me pa shinye don denye shila randori Nyando go gomada deme mbe de waga Jijera wage maga Je sola nibala Jizon jigyan yange me Dinye ngala chamba me Duba shimba rangdunga Dube zitan dukna me Rebe zaja magamba no chala yeshena yeshena bo membale tome sangir na chung lele yeshi tege be sangi shijo shinyin dong yeshi na ye sonjong we dodong dong dong ba dong yo shiri juma nyon dome sangi na yin te Tapaje Tuzon Buwa Samchenke Ranjo Riba Nusene Jimbo Tayesu Maye Rupa Jimete Jewa Nya Senyeke Gangla Dunya Dunzande Gina Dunye Molange Kyosang Yue Samchengo Rindon Yue Mboshu Nambo Zemjen Dubana Sila Rimpa Masho We Tiyan Dume Dume Wa Didam Mare Duwe Dijen Kange Gyawale Nandan Shepa Sase Gye Dila Dojin Dojenge Mado Zemjen Pale Kowalozo Dumba Dun Lele Nun Dungani Dunya Lila Dunya Me Dije Zemchen Dubeshi Jume Mare Nyimbe Chir Sange Ngaye Molange Kungi Ripa Rangshen Shu Linja Gibe Mare Chiba Jume Yangwa Yin Kundu Tabe Mare Pa Doji Zemba Yin, Lenjen Kunta Mari, Zemjen Gongi Toshi Yin, Zange Ngaye Mulangi, Lowe Zemjen Namje Gi, Jume Tupe Mupasang, Jen Zobe Jemba Da, Ribarano Seba Ju, Nizem Zemba Demo Kibale. Baja tu baringi de no gondan dando no jambe ni yo jope tumba dum da den den do ba de den le la zinta me zambe du me be se don do mo so kene de nyon ni nga sange na ye mulam ge John Zempe Zamche Na Nampe Duwa Jema no de zemba jeje la zemba ranso lupa ye remba ranso senjo ne kunto yeshi dupa sha chiro yogi na wa tan de don zemba drumo ge tawe baje zemba le Jin Jin Do Memba Je Dizin Zoza Danon Che Zangi Mulam Ge Dujan Zemchen Dam Je Ge Zidan Duba Bano Midyo Ranso Le Ripa Ranso Sinjo Ne Shawe Isi Duba Jo Ranzan Gemba Jubala Zinla Duzon Mepe Lo Ngaya Lupe Zemge Pe Zatan Zan Tugyanya then do members putang well roke zange naye molange kyozonge bezim jenna doze je baran so le baran so senjone namba do dang sha jinjen tepe bachake Tadon zemo zungun le tazon zem bale Jojon lame mezo ke do nyawe naso tong Sange ma mulam ge dezon tanzo kimbana Mose majo ranzo le silva ranzo senjone Chule tome yeji jo Chume tagyon aye Tudam mumba jimba dan Gidan lelo dimumpe Dimun kyame nuzon kyam Sange ngai mulam ge Tugam be mumba le Tumba sawe dumshawe Tumbe yeji dubajo Gyazon zemchen damje gon Gongche zange nadanya Deme tule shiru sum Tada deme lila che Na mela de dandra Ngane zange nam ye Dodran tube dunyanje Kundu zambo mulam ge Zemchen namje mulapa Tuge zen janya shu Ao Jijin now jo dubjenge jo mere barang sa ne molam dubjin de dambe de don zemchen damje kum Wazum ne nyo sangya nye se ye senpa de don so yon jo moi nyima don so lundon Ranyen gontu sampa ki gongi topa donyena kyosan zamchen damche ku najo de mulam ki donya renjen jonle kyan taru zangi topa jo. Okay, sorry for any mistakes. That was the transmission. And we can start reading text. So, this is the editor's forward. Penetrating Wisdom is a commentary by the Dzogchen Ponlop Rinpoche on the aspiration of Samantabhadra. As the seventh Dzogchen Ponlop Rinpoche, Rinpoche is a direct spiritual hire to these teachings. He received transmission of this text from His Holiness Dilgo Khyentse Rinpoche. Rinpoche's tremendous scholarship and direct understanding of these teachings enables him to communicate both the words and the meaning of the aspiration prayer. As such, his teachings is a precious gift of the Dzogchen lineage directly to us. It is our great privilege to have this book published and to assist Rinpoche in bringing these teachings to a wider audience. This commentary was given in two series of talks to his students in Germany and the United States. The commentary gives the text a living quality, enabling readers to see its application in daily life. Rinpoche's use of colloquial English, along with his precise translations of both Sanskrit and Tibetan terms, gives invaluable insight into the meaning of the text. I had a problem saying colloquial there. At least all this reading is very good for me to learn how to be a better reader. For ease of reference, each section begins with the verses of the root text on which that portion of the commentary is based. When specific lines of the root text are referenced within the commentary, they are again included in italics. Both Tibetan and Sanskrit terms are rendered phonetically in the text. As much of Rinpoche's commentary uses Tibetan terms and translations as a foundation, we have chosen to use primarily Tibetan for clarity and continuity. The glossary includes terms in English, Sanskrit, and Tibetan. Tibetan terms are presented in the original script. Their widely transliteration in brackets and a phonetic rendering in English in parentheses. In those cases where Rinpoche has not specifically defined a term in the commentary itself, the glossary includes a general explanation. Where indicated by NG, the definition is taken from Mahamudra, the Ocean of Definitive Meaning, by the ninth Gao Wang Karmapa, Wangchuk Dorje. These definitions are used with the kind permission of the Nitartha International. It is a daunting task to edit a commentary like this. We have undertaken it at Rinpoche's request. To the extent that errors have crept in, these are entirely the fault of the editor. The fruition of this project could not have come to pass without the efforts and dedication of many of Rinpoche's students, both transcribers and translators. Many thanks and much appreciation goes to all of them. However, first and foremost, we are indebted to Rinpoche for his kindness and clarity in presenting these teachings. We dedicate whatever merit may result from this publication of this book to the long life and continual expansion of Rinpoche's activities, which will doubtless benefit all beings. Which will doubtless benefit all beings? Okay. Okay. So we already read the root text here, and we heard it in Tibetan, Sanskrit, which is great. So maybe we could just start the whole text next time then. We gave a little introduction and the transmission. And 1 second, I'll be right back. So, any comments or questions on this text? I think we can go into it in the next session. I wasn't sure if we should do it in the morning one or the afternoon one, but I think maybe we'll do it in this time slot. Okay. Well, any other sharing, anything going on today? I actually have a small group. I've been having pretty large groups lately. Thank you for coming. All is well. Good, good. Nice to hear that. Okay, well, I think we can close out then. We got our foot in the door with this, it's essential Dzogchen text, so it's good. And please enjoy your Saturday. Yeah, get some good rest if you need it. Do your thing. YouTube has, oh, wow, really providing some benefit, huh, with those videos. It's really great job you guys did there. All right, well, we'll do a dedication of the merit. So, do the silent sit and the gathering together of these yogis, and then the reading of this text, whatever benefit there is, we dedicate that to all those sentient beings that are suffering. Gewa magen dodu kunlano. Gewa magen dodu kunlano. Gewa magen dodu kunlano. Yeah, thank you so much. And by the way, my test still stands. If somebody really wants to get into Dzogchen with us, they have to be able to sit through the silent sit. At least those 5-10 minute sessions. And then if they really want the pointing out, I think it's good if they can sit an hour with me and the group um, to show stability. But people are so transient that yeah, I think it's very good if they can do the silent sits, and that's a filter. It's a sort of filter. You know. Okay. Well, please have a beautiful day. Thank you so much for coming together. Appreciate you.